CS2 has had its fair share of pros in the community, and the one thing they all have in common is thousands, if not tens of thousands of hours. But what if you could play like a pro for just a fraction of the grinding? Well, today, I'll be walking you through the best CS2 cheat that is taking people to the top ranks in the game. And if you guys want to try them yourself, I've left the links for 420 services in the description. So we're going to go ahead and enable ESP, and this lets us see all of our options. Visible check and team check are definitely a must-have before we start making an ESP config. So I'm actually going to start off by just putting it on most of these features. It's a very clean and non-cluttered cheat, so I don't actually mind having them all on. All of this is color customizable, but I'm actually going to keep everything as white just so it's easier to see them on all maps. We can also change the box style, but I'm going to keep it on normal. Now, I personally think that the visuals in this cheat are absolutely perfect. Everything's displayed clearly and nothing's hard to read. Now, earlier when we turned on visible check, the reason we do that is so we don't shoot people through walls. As you guys can see, the ESP is currently white, but when we are visible to the enemies, it does change color. That is an extremely important feature when you're legit cheating. Moving on, guys, the next tab we're going to be looking at is the aimbot tab. Now, turning it on, you are met with a bunch of options, but all of this is extremely simple to set up. I'd recommend that you have your aim key as mouse 1. Next, enable FOV and turn it to around 3. Smoothing will have around 4, and we'll keep aim start at bullet at 0. Last, we need to turn on visible check and choose our aim bone. It's kind of like an aim assist, which is perfect for legit cheating. We also can't forget about the recoil control system. This just pairs up with the aimbot so that when you're spraying, your aimbot doesn't turn off. Next, we're moving on to Triggerbot. So Triggerbot will only shoot when your crosshair is over the player, and I'm going to keep the trigger delay and the shot duration both at the same. The Triggerbot's only going to shoot when my crosshair goes over. But just make sure if you're holding an angle, don't shoot them too quickly around the wall. Now, this cheat also does have a radar. It's fully customizable, but leaving it at the default settings is probably your best bet. And you can also choose the style of the player icons. So I think we should actually hop into a game and test the cheat out on live players. But before that, let's spin a wheel and see how blatant we have to go in these games. Alright boys, we're in our first game. And for an external, the CSP is really smooth. Even with the amount of people on my screen right now. I'm not sure what he was looking at. Yo, hello team?
Hello.
That guy's a bundle of joy. Alright, we go on. Big fake flash. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably some of the smoothest aimbot that I've actually used in CS2. Alright, wait, we're definitely gonna hide behind this guy. Wait, all three of them are coming? And they might actually not know I'm here. There's no way these guys have no idea I'm here. Does he know? Alright guys, remember I've left the links in the description if you guys want to try this. Also, make sure to hop into 420 Services Discord. There's regular updates and giveaways there.